I'm going to change your life right now if you pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. This is one of the best skills that you can have, both in your personal life and especially in your professional life. It will make you a ton of money. It will make you a ton of friends, and you will be the life of the party. And it is next to impossible to get really good at this. All right. And the cool thing is, this is straight out of eastonuniversity.com, but you don't have to be in a sales setting or a business setting to practice this. You can practice this tonight with your friends, with your family. The next time you go out to lunch, go out to dinner with somebody, be like, I'm going to have a one-sided conversation. And here's what I mean by a one-sided conversation, okay? Amateurs make friends with people and they talk about themselves. And we think we're doing great talking about ourselves, okay? But the person on the other side of the table, whether it's a friendly conversation, whether it's a personal conversation, or especially if it's a professional and business conversation, they don't want to hear it, okay? They got a little thing called an ego. They like to talk about themselves. The one thing we have in common with our prospects is by nature, we each like to talk about ourselves. The difference between amateurs and professionals is amateurs go fill their ego bucket up other places, right? They figure someplace else where it can be about all them, right? That maybe they'll have some conversations where it's all about them. But in their professional environment, they have one-sided conversations. What do I mean by a one-sided conversation? They're allowing that other person or that other party or that other company or that other client or that other prospect to do most of the gosh darn talking, okay? They resist jumping in and going, me too. I went to school there too. Oh my God, I was just surfing the big waves of that island, right? This makes them mysterious, all right? They don't talk about their hobbies. They don't talk about their weekend. For sure as hell, they don't talk about politics. Man, there's a lot of dum-dums out there that seem to think that everybody thinks the same thing that they do, right? It's the stupidest thing you can do. Even if that person's on the same political side as you, you're not getting any credibility, okay? People want to do business with people that allow them to keep the focus on them. They don't care what island you surfed on and who you voted for or what you had for lunch or what upsets your tummy. Okay, let them talk about themselves. They don't try to make friends. And they also, a lot of times, professionals don't sell to their friends. I'm just going to repeat that one. If you really are a professional, most professionals don't sell to their friends. Why? Because their friend's going to call them up, bugging them all the time. They keep it simple. They keep it straightforward. They keep the conversation on that other person. And the weird thing is, you're exponentially more likable. Exponentially more likable. So how can we have these one-sided conversations? I'm going to give you a couple tools right now. Mirroring, right? You guys have a problem with the onboarding, right? We've got a problem with the onboarding. You've got a problem with the onboarding. Right? I'm just going to kind of lean in. I'm going to repeat what that person said back to me, back to them, with a slight little question mark on the end of it. Man, I don't think we can get budget approved for this. You don't think you can get budget approved for this? Okay, John Fitzgerald, he's got his black belt in mirroring. He's been on Easton University for 5 years. Guy's the best mirror I've ever seen. Okay, labeling, sounds like, seems like, feels like. Maybe you're in a relationship with somebody for the last, I don't know, year, if that's a long time to you. 10 years, that's more in my zone. 15 years, that's more in my zone. Maybe you've been dating somebody or been married to somebody for a long time. If I want to spice things up with my wife, great way is for us to go grab coffee or dinner. I'll throw some labels at her. Man, sounds like working out with Sarah really kicked your ass. Seems like her workouts will kill you, right? Feels like you're really finding some cool new friends here in Florida. Sounds like, seems like, feels like. Keep the discussion on the other person. And this is a key right here. This is straight out of Easton University. I'm not talking about myself. Okay, I'm trying not to, but I'm trying to teach you guys. This is my little creation that I'm so proud of because It's like a freaking ATM. I just get money out of this thing all the time, and that is this. Hey, David, when you say you guys have tried just about every other vendor out there, can you give me a specific example? Right? Hey, Adam, when you say you guys have loss prevention lockdown, can you give me a specific example of what you're doing? Anytime somebody says something, you've got that little quick draw McGraw golden nugget of when you say blank, can you give me a specific example? Their brain can't help but to do what? To give you a specific example. Let them talk. And then professionals, what professionals do, what we do, what the John Fitzgeralds of the world do, we mirror, we label, we make them give specific examples, and then instead of giving pitch, demos, or presentations, we make recommendations. Sounds like this. You know what, Mike, because of the fact that you had said you've tried all the other things before, you've got an in-house loss prevention team, it's not working out for you, here's what I'd like to recommend. I'd like to recommend we get ride dogs installed on all the equipment there. What this is going to do is be a backstop to your internal loss prevention and stop those vehicles from heading down the road without you guys tracking them. Does it make sense to get started? Right? And when you let that other person talk, you can come in so strong there with a recommendation at the end because they've told their whole story. And all you have to do is summarize and repeat it back to them with a recommendation. Ideally, you've let them talk enough so you can know their so you can. You guys can see hopefully you can see the Easton University ESP process right there. So you can. So you can put yourself in a position to open those 3 new locations, right? When you guys slow down and let the other person talk, you're going to be exponentially more likable. Here's the hard part, and I'm going to say it in the beginning and I'm going to say it again. Next to impossible to do because of this little thing. Wherever this thing is. I don't know where the thing is. I didn't go to metaphysical school and I didn't take biology. The ego thing, right? It's the size of Brazil on you. And your ego doesn't let you let something pass without you going, oh yeah, they're a personal friend of mine. I know Steve. Great way to get yourself in trouble. Maybe they hate Steve. Maybe Steve ripped them off. Just shut your damn mouth and let them talk. When you say Steve was looking at this, can you give me a specific example? Yeah, we hate Steve. Steve was looking at this and we're concerned because Steve went and worked for the competition. Whoo, good thing I didn't jump in there with how Steve-O and I used to play frickin' putt-putt golf together. Keep your damn mouth shut, have a one-sided conversation, let the other person talk. You'll make a lot more money. And with that, I'll open it up to questions on one-sided conversations or anything else y'all want to talk about. Hard to do. Has anybody tried this? It's really freaking hard to do. Y'all are like, I'm just going to let Matt talk and have a one-sided conversation. You guys are good at it. You're good at it. You're good at it. What's going on in everybody's... Yeah, hit me.
We were always taught, Matt, to have a relationship with the customer, right? So
Yeah.
You want to relate to them and they let them relate to you. I also did that. I've also climbed Mount Everest, whatever, right? And that's old stuff.
I think it is. I think it is. And I'm gonna push back on whoever did that because I don't think whoever does, hey, have a relationship with somebody. I remember my company, I won't say the name, ADP, spent a ton of money to bring somebody in. And this advice that this person gave in 1998 was look at the pictures and the trophies on their wall and make small talk about that. Okay, day one, it's called the Easton curse. My family, we get everything we put our mind to, but we get crushed. Like the universe makes it hard for us. And this guy, Vince Vecchiarelli, I think was his name. I went into his office there and he had all these horse trophies and stuff. And I remember the trainer was like, talk about their trophies. Yeah, turns out, you know who bought the horses? His ex-wife. And he hadn't had a chance to take those pictures down yet. That was kind of a painful subject. Not good that I opened the door on that one. Like the meeting went right in the can when I mentioned, oh, you're into horses. No, that you know what that took all my money was into horses. Why the hell are we even talking? I just remembered I got an email from her lawyer. I'm not giving her any money. took me for $4.7 million. His veins on his head were popping out. Like, just be cool, be calm, be collected. You guys, here's what you need to understand. You don't need to be friends with these people to get their business. And in fact, the opposite. Because the more you're friends with them, the less likely they are to buy from you. Because I got a friend. I'll just call and ask my friend for some free stuff. Adam, can I get 7 samples? You can throw me some units, Adam. Throw me 10 units, right? Come on, man, we're friends. But when you're precise, when you're skillful, when you're efficient, it's easier to get the business because the subject is right on where it needs to be. Their problem, where they're at right now, where they're trying to go, and how you can help them solve it. Who cares if we're both rooting for the same politician or football team? That doesn't make a damn bit of difference, right? I don't discriminate. I'll help everybody. And good luck with them trying to figure out where I'm at in that subject stuff because I want to focus on where I can help them. Hey, it's Matt Easton, founder of Easton University Sales Coaching. If you like this video, I think I'm about to become your new best friend because I want to cover the cost for you to get the closing mini masterclass. The $299, I'm paying for it for you. It's free for you. Click the link somewhere around here or simply comment with the word closer. I'll cover the $299. You'll get the closing mini masterclass, make a lot more money, and I'll be your new best friend. I'll see you over in the closing masterclass.